Hey guys, welcome back. It's Dave here. I got another toy review. I just picked up this other Superman Justice League action figure toy. I kind of picked it up the same day that I picked up the Steppenwolf toy. I just like to have, the video not too long, so I kind of separated the two figures so that you can kind of spend a little bit more time looking at each one. Again, this is the Superman Justice League action figure from, it was about from the 2017 movie. And again, this is that Power Slingers toy line where it has like a little gimmick of these like little rubber band things that you can shoot. You got Superman here, Justice League, Superman, all the little symbols for all the people that are in it. Let's spin it around, take a look at the back of the box. And again, you can see Superman here, posed out with all of the accessories that are in the box. It has kind of these lasers here that, you can put on his face so it looks like he's kind of shooting some kind of, like lasers from his eyes. It's a little kind of different looking. It's not so much laser-like, it's kind of like plasma almost. And then he has these kind of translucent that match the lasers. It's supposed to be what's it say here, with stealth cape and heat vision. So it's kind of like a cape, but it's more of like sort of wings that go on his back. And then again, you have over here a little diagram of using the power slingers, which it says you can kind of put it on the heat vision that comes out of his eyes, or it allows you to kind of attach it to the Superman's cape and then shoot it at your villain figures or stuff for kids. And again, at the top of the box, warning, do not shoot anything at anybody's face, they're going to get hurt. Here's the UPC, made by Mattel. And down at the bottom, DC Warner Brothers. And that's basically it for the box. So let's turn it around. And that's basically it for the box. So without further ado, I'll get it out of the box and we'll check it out and see how cool Superman really is. Alright, so we got Superman out of the box. And I got him placed out so you can kind of see him from all the way back. And I have all of his accessories put on. So let's take a closer look at each different piece, and then we'll take a look at his costume and some of the articulation and see how cool he is. So basically we have Superman here. Like I said, he comes with this lasers that can fit over his head, and we'll kind of take that off. And let me set him down. We'll take a look at the little laser thing. And he's a pretty solid Superman figure. Again, it's like, so you have this little laser thing here that it easily just kind of clips over his head down here. And, again, it's like a little lasers here that kind of have some stuff going around it, so it's a little bit more, kind of there to it. It's like almost like the plasma blasting off. If you had kind of just like two beams coming out, kids would just break it off instantly, so they kind of molded in this other stuff so that it's more sturdy. And I like it. It's very good looking. It's easy to kind of use it on other figures, or again for this figure because it matches so well. And it's kind of molded in this nice red translucent plastic. So pretty much I'm a sucker for anything that's translucent on an action figure, the weapons or the figure. So that's kind of why I picked it up. And I didn't have a lot of Superman stuff till some of this started coming out. More of like Batman stuff or something like that. So that's basically the little lasers that come out of his eyes. I'll kind of set it over here. And let's take a look at Superman. I won't really take the cape off. I'll just kind of describe what it's like. Turn it around a little bit. And again, it's these two if you kind of put it together, then you can see how it makes it look like a cape, or again, from that way. It's pretty neat. Again, made in this translucent red plastic, and then you can kind of space it out, so again, you get more of this, like, flying kind of wing-like action that he has here. So it's a pretty neat figure. Like I said, I like this line. It's pretty neat. I'm not so much into the little slinger things. That's more for kids. But the fact that it has that playability makes it pretty cool. Sometimes I like action figures that have cool playability where they do something more than just... Like, I'd rather sometimes kind of skimp with detail, if that means, like, the toy is kind of funner to review or to keep. So that's basically it for the little wings. You got some nice detail here. It's all molded in. It's got these lines here, and then just pops off. There's little pegs in the back. It's molded when it's in the package. It's through the package, so you just have to pop them out to get them out of the package. And then it's got this little hex head hole here, and you just pop it in. Stays in very nicely. It's not loose at all, so it should stay in very easily. So that's basically that for the cape. So let's take a close look at Superman's face here. You can see they did mold the face very well. It's not, again, it's a $10 figure, so you're not going to get the facial detail that you get from like a Legends class or, something like that. But you get the idea that Superman, his hair is black. They did the eyebrows. You can see here that they painted the eyes red, so as to be, kind of showing that it is laser Superman. And, so you get a little bit of, head does turn all the way around, and it's on a ball joint, so you get a little bit of up and down, so you can look kind of a little bit up. Wish it would look up a little bit more so you could almost look like he was flying, but you're not going to get that with a $10 figure. And again, you have something here where they're trying to make the cape. It's molded in, and then it's painted all the way around, like sort of like a collar, but it's supposed to be the cape going around it, so it looks like it's going to the back, to these wings that they have here. It's got a very nice suit here. I do think it looks a lot like the movie one. It's got nice molding where it's like kind of has that like diamond kind of texture to it. The figure it's a good plastic. I like the action figure line. It's kind of like a plastic, and it's a little bit rubbery, so it's very sturdy. If you move the joints, it's not really going to break or snap on you. So you got a nice S here with the red. It's nicely painted. Again, always, if you have a decision, if there's a couple of them, just take a look. I noticed in a couple of them, this, like, the cape part up top was, some of them were a little wonky. Maybe you got a little paint that went over, but I kind of was able to pick from a couple where it looked a lot better. So you got some nice molding here on the muscles. He's got a nice little ab. Ball joint of the arm does stop when you get to the cape. So, well, actually, if you put it down, you get it basically then at that point. If you put it down, you get the full 360 rotation. You could always take them off, and does up and down. And then he's got elbow joint with the swivel, and then he's got wrist swivel, and very slight in and out movement with a hinge. That one doesn't work too well because the way that his little gauntlet with his costume is here, it kind of comes to a point, if you can see, and then kind of stops it a little bit. So you kind of have mostly fixed with his hands, but normally Superman doesn't have a whole lot of weaponry, so it's more of just hands, and then he punches people. Same thing in the other arm, and then you have nice waist, swivel, and then you have a swivel at the legs, no ball joint, just like a swivel, so it goes in and out. And then you have the same molded in detail You can take a look. There's some lines down here, and then this kind of textured here with a very nice, like, kind of metallic shine. And then you have some silver here on his belt. You have the S on his belt painted, and that's pretty nicely painted. It's not all kind of half slopped on there for a $10 figure. And then it has a hinge at the knee, and then it has that kind of different hinge at the boot, so you can kind of get him turned a little bit. Whereas, like, you know, because it doesn't have a ball joint at the waist, it allows you to kind of get a little bit of kind of turning at the ankle. And the boots are painted red. Well, actually, they're just molded in red paint, in red plastic. Not a lot of paint up here. You can see there's some molding here of the boots where it would probably be somewhat painted, maybe silver or something in a Legends class or a DC Multiverse. Let's just pop these wings off real quick. And you can kind of see the back. And it's got some nice molding on the back. Lines that go down, that's part of his costume. And some of the silver continues in the back. And then you have a little bit of molding here at the bottom. And that's basically it for Superman. I think this is it's a great figure. I like all the translucent plastic that they put on it. It makes it a very neat action figure for kids and collectors. And again, you just pop on his laser vision here. Wasn't too hard to get it on. It just kind of pops on, and you just kind of mess with it around the hair, but it easily kind of just clips on around the hair. And then it's got large feet, and the boots are very sturdy, so it's easy to get him standing. And that's basically it for Superman. I would give the figure basically a 9 out of 10. You know, a little bit of the details are gone, but the playability really makes it fun. So I would say it's a very good figure for a $10 price point. Let me just throw in Steppenwolf there. And I also got Aquaman here, so you can kind of see all three of them coming together. They did have a couple of Batmans, but I'm going to keep searching around to see if I see something different. I may pick up one of the Batmans or the Wonder Womans. I guess obviously they have Wonder Woman and Cyborg for this, or Flash. I didn't see any of those because, again, this is an older line that was from Target, so they might all be sold out. You could probably get some on eBay. But again, the figures look very good together because it is the same gimmick line. They try to keep the plastics and how the coloring is looking similar together, so it's a nice universal line. So again, this is the Superman Justice League action figure toy review. Remember to leave a comment and give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. And till next time, see you guys later.